A viral incident has renewed the conversation regarding bullying in schools. Now, how can we help those affected by bullying? Let's talk about this with psychologist Dr. Joey Intac. He now joins us live via Zoom. It's a beautiful day, Joey. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hi, good morning, Paolo. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day, sir. So, of course, let's start off first with what bullying is. Kasi, aminin na natin, minsan there are going to be those occasional conflicts, disagreements, minsan may sigawan and all of that. What makes bullying different with regard to those disagreements? And, of course, is it a consistency thing? What are the attributes of bullying that makes it a bit unique?
Yeah. When we say bullying, Paolo, no, this is the right now. This is the talk of the town when it comes to bullying in DepEd, and also not also in DepEd but also in workplace, but also in higher education. So when we say bullying, bullying is unwanted. No, it
Mm,
is a form of it is a form of aggressive behavior. Um, that involves real or imagined or perceived power imbalance. So, what the bullying is all about, this is intentional harm to the victim, and also this is repetition, no, and also power. No, there are two things that we can say that this behavior or that this act is bullying. No, again, power number one. So when kids who bully they use their power to bully others, and their purpose is to control or harm others. No, and the second one is repetition,
mm.
paulit-ulit. Yeah, it's more than once or the potential to happen more than once. Okay. Now, when it comes to conflict and disagreements among children, actually this is normal. No, disagreements and conflicts are normal of a child's development, and it that's also can help communicate their needs and boundaries as well.
Right.
No, actually there are different kinds of conflicts and disagreements. So like personal disagreements, children may have different, they have different values, they have different beliefs and interests, and also it happens when there is a competition.
Yeah.
Again, competition is a healthy way that leads to conflict, maybe, and especially when children are striving for better grades, particularly sa school, no? And also, other kind of conflicts and disagreements. Again, this is our normal. Children, physical influence. No, children may push each other, fight, or take toys away.
Yeah.
No, and that's really a form of communication, and that their needs and boundaries should be followed as well.
You know what, Joey? I'm a mom, and I've experienced this myself with my daughter because when she was younger, she was actually bullied in school because of her weight. And we would always tell her that if you are being bullied by your classmates, your friends, you have to tell your teacher, you have to speak up because some of the bullied students, they don't really tell anyone. They just keep it to themselves. So we always tell her, like, you have to tell your teacher and you have to tell us, your parents. Now, for our viewers, our parents who are watching, how can they teach their children to recognize when the behavior already crosses the line into bullying?
Yeah, and all right, thank you. Um, that's one way of parents should be the one to look into this different kinds of to recognize those behavior. Again, so again, bullying is intentional harm to the victim, and also it should be it is repetition. So parents should teach children to clearly define and explain what is bullying all about. No, and also um, parents can also use age appropriate language, no, to describe different forms of bullying, like if it is physical, if it is verbal, social, or cyberbullying, no. And also parents can use a role playing scenarios, no, like they can act out common situations where behavior might escalate into bullying. Take for example, friendly teasing, no, yung ano lang, yung simpleng bully, simpleng joking lang sa kaibigan. It is different from hurtful mocking, no? And also they can use empathy, no? Teach your children to encourage children to think about how their actions affect others. This is very important. Like asking, yeah, like asking questions like, how would you feel if someone said or did that to you? That's how. And highlight the importance of facial expressions and body language, and to understand how others feel. So that's one way of a parent should teach the children to, in order for them to really understand if the bullying is really crosses the line.
Yeah, so Doc, I think all of us here in the studio can confidently say we've all been bullied once or a couple times in our life, and it's easier said than done, like to say to speak up, right? So, I mean, apart from speaking up, what other tools or strategies can you recommend for children to use to assert themselves, or when they need to seek help? When they feel bullied.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there are different. Children can use different tools and strategies to assert themselves or seek help when when they feel bullied. Like one of that is really the assertive communication. No, when you say assertive communication, they can use I statements. The word I, ako, no, and teach children to express their feelings calmly and firmly. Like for example, I don't like it when you do that. Please stop. Okay? So instead of using you statement, ikaw kasi may kasalanan eh. You. It
Yeah.
is something
Uh-uh.
like
Yeah.
parang siya pa yung may kasalanan. Instead, I statement na nasasaktan ako, nagagalit na ako. So you use I statement to assert themselves. And also, you also practice um, children can also practice, a strong voice. Like, you teach them that you stand tall and look to the person eye, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eye to eye, to convey assurance. Yes, Palo. And also, they can also seek help from trusted adults. Like encourage children to identify and reach out to trusted adults like teachers, school counselors, parents, no. And also the last one thing is they have to build support system. I usually ask this to my clients that they have to really encourage children to form friendship with peers and treat them kindly and stand up for them in challenging situations. Support groups are really important when it comes to this kind of a form of bullying.
Doc, you bring up a lot of great points there. And of course, we're dealing with how children should deal with it. Pero syempre, there are moments wherein the bullying does affect them as they grow a bit older, affecting how they form relationships. Even there are even instances of adult bullying, to be quite frank, na minsan may mga bully regardless of the age. But can you tell us, siguro, what are the long-lasting effects of bullying if not addressed? And of course, how can people be a bit more empathetic with regard to seeing those who are being bullied and trying to help them out through certain situations, even if minsan it might feel like, okay, I might be jumping into this person's business when I'm not supposed to.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, persistent bullying, Paolo, during childhood can have a profoundly effect on a child's ability to form healthy relationships in later in life. No, and one of those bullying can influence relationship building. Like, they have trust issues. No, one of that is hypervigilance. No, so victims of bullying may become overly cautious and distrustful to others, and they fear that new relationship could lead to betrayal or harm. Parang tingin nila, sasaktan na naman ako nito, hindi na naman ako nito, baka they have this really super vigilance about themselves and to others. Baka may motive kaagad palagi.
Yeah.
That's really the effect. And another one is that could really lead to a low self-esteem. No, victims of bullying are they have this negative self-image. They have persistently low. They could erode self-confidence and making individuals fear. You feel these children later in life They would feel unworthy of love, respect, or kindness. And also, aside from that, they could have lead into a people-pleasing personality.
Yeah.
No, dahil nabully sa mga bata, yeah. Yeah, that's why to avoid conflict or rejection, they may become overly accommodating, other people's opinions than them, that they could really affect their judgment. And instead of prioritizing their needs, they prioritize others' needs over their own. And the last one that could really affect later in life is social anxiety. They
Mm-hmm.
will have the tendency to isolate themselves. They can withdraw themselves from social settings, social gathering. That's why may mga tao ayaw na lumabas. They avoid relationships to protect themselves from potential harm.
Doc Joey,
Ayan.
we really appreciate all the words. For those who want to reach out to you, who wants to consult with you, and of course, who want to learn more about it, where can they reach and find you?
Yeah, my clinic or my virtual clinic, you can find me at my webpage. That's Transcendence Ecological Services. And also, I have a clinic here at home at 13 Martires City, Cavite po.
Thank you so much. That is psychologist Joey Intac for giving us a bit more of a briefer and more knowledge on bullying. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.